Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft. Okay, this is beginning a short little series. I have had so many people that have asked me about the Gray Man idea, about the Gray Ghost idea, about the bug out bags, vehicle bags, get home bags, wilderness bags, whatever you want to call this topic. And there are very many different ideas and philosophies on this topic. And I've been asked to put my little 2 cents worth into it, because I do have a background in some of that stuff. We'll just say that. Alright, let me cue you in a little bit closer, and we're going to talk about the mindset, what we're talking about. Okay, stay with me. First, let's define what kind of bag we're talking about, because these bags have different equipment, different usages. So we need to be focused. That's the whole idea of this. We're going to be focused. So first off, let's talk about body. This is a body bag. This is a bag that's going to be riding on my person because I am going A to B. This is basically a camping bag, okay? And it covers the standard stuff that we think of a camping bag. It's going to have the 10 C's in it. It's going to have shelter. It's going to have food. It's going to have etc. This bag is set up basically as your camping bag. And this bag may or may not be utilized for the other two positions. Okay? Second, there is a vehicle bag. This vehicle bag, and we'll put a big V up here, it's going to be a resource bag in case of inclement weather, in case of whatever. This is a get me home bag. The number one thing it should have is resources. It needs resources. I need a minimum of 3 days food and 24 hours water. Right there. Third kind of bag. This is the bug out idea. This is a whole different animal. This animal has to not only have basically what the other two are doing, but it has to carry long-term resources of, I need to be able to set up shelters and live there. I need to carry with me resources like medical. I need to be able to carry water filtration that's going to be long-term. I need books. I need technology. The bug out bag concept really should be split into the vehicle get to and the cache. Cache being where I have set up to go. The bug out principle is I am here, X happens, plug in whatever your favorite idea is, and I'm going to go from here to that place. Well, I better have my resources already set up in that place, because I can't haul it with me. Because for me to just uproot and move and I'm not coming back here, I need to have a minimum of 3 months survivability in what I got. That's a little too much carry on your back. So therefore I need it there, and that's got to be cached there. Now let's deal with each one of these little items together, okay? Separately, I should say. Okay, let's start with the biggest, the cache. The cache is my oasis. The cache is where I'm going to set up and live and thrive. This is going to consist of a minimum of 3 months food. 1 month water. And then you've got to dial in from there seasonal needs, and also needs such as the ability to garden, food prep, trapping, let me see, food, trapping, hunting. All of those got to come under the cache idea, because I've got to go there and set up. I need a shelter that's a permanent shelter of some kind. I need a wood supply. I need at least a 1 year wood supply there. Because when I come in, I'm not leaving. I need 3 months worth of food sitting here now. 3 months worth of food that I can stretch to 6 months if I've got to. Because that 3 months worth of food has to be augmented by the food that I gather locally or grow myself through hunting or trapping. I have to be able to provide myself, and when I fail, I got to fall back to that food, that larder. What used to be called the iron rations. It was the rice. It was 70 pounds of rice, 50 pounds of beans, 40 pounds of this, 200 pounds of sugar, 200 pounds of flour, things like that I could make stuff to get me by while I was still hunting this. Congratulations with this, you're back in the 1800s. You're back in the 1850s, where you're going to spend the vast majority of your day just trying to create and store and process food. This is a huge topic unto itself. But I want to touch on this. This is the cache. This is where I'm going. Okay? The bug out bag gets me to here. So that's what we're going to deal with now. Alright, the bug out bag. How are you getting there? Is it you're going to be walking out or you're going to be driving? Most people are going to choose to drive. Or an alternate method. Can you canoe? Do I have a river system that I can get in here and get by boat and bypass all that traffic and all those people and that stuff and take a canoe to get to my wilderness area, or by boat to get to my bug out shelter? That's an option. Can I bicycle there? You know, those are options you need to look at when you decide what this is going to be. But in a bug out, I need a minimum of 1 week food. I need a minimum of 7 days of water. I need a water processing ability. The Sawyer filters, the distillation, something that as I reacquire water, I can resupply my larder. So water prep. Why 1 week? You don't know what's going to delay you. You're having to leave because of X to get to here to there. The roads that you normally use may not be available. The path you'd normally go might not be available. I may have to sit somewhere and wait it out until I can get from A to B. So I need the option of, it's only a 3-hour drive, but I need the option of laying low in some place until things calm down to where it's safer to get to my location. So that's the reason 1 week's worth of food, 7 days worth of water, and water prep ability. I'm also going to need fuel sufficient to get me from A to B. A couple extra 5-gallon cans of fuel would be great. Okay? Now, with this will be the bags. The bags are my backpack, my gear, etc. This is going to be sitting in the vehicle. Okay? This is what the vehicle will carry. Should things go bad, this is going to be abandoned. So I need it to be there as my resources to get me. But if I have to abandon the vehicle, I need a smaller set. And this will be my bug out carry set. Okay? And this is going to be in 3 bags. Okay? Bag Alpha. Alpha is going to have my 10 C's. It's also going to have 72 hours worth of water, 72 hours worth of food, And also, it's going to have navigation. I need a map of my entire surrounding area. On that map will show me how to get from A to B. I know you're thinking, well, I've got that on my phone. Never, ever trust just your phone, especially in some sort of these natural events or unnatural events, because one of the first things that goes down is the towers. You don't get service. The towers go down, your phone is useless. Have a hard copy of the maps ahead of time that you can flip to and see. So if that wonderful phone suddenly stops working, you're not out all alone. Okay? You also need light, some sort of headlamps, and a good supply of batteries so I can navigate at night. Now, this Alpha bag has, like I said, the 10 C's, the food, the water, the navigation, and the light. Then we have the Beta bag. And this is the seasonal clothing. Okay, the Beta bag will have clothing, boots, sleeping bag, socks. This changes as the seasons change. Obviously, I don't need this in the dead of winter that I would need in the summer. So this will change by the seasons. Now, where you're at may be 4 full seasons. In my part of the South, we got 2 seasons. There's a couple of months of cool and cold, and the rest of the time it's hot. So I would be carrying a set A, which is for most of the year, and only plug in set B during the winter, which will have heavier clothing, a complete set of boots. Why carry this? I don't know what I'm wearing when this happens. If I'm out in my vehicle when this happens and I can't get home and I have to leave now, I need on that vehicle a complete change of clothes to my gray clothes, the clothes I'm going to travel in, a complete set of boots, my pack, everything there, so I can just take off what I got, strip what I need, and have what I really need for this scenario. I ain't got time to run home and change. And a lot of people forget this. What if you're wearing dress clothes and you're coming home from a wedding when this happens and you're wearing dress clothes and you ain't even got a pocket knife on you? Shame on you. You should be carrying a pocket knife. You need this complete set in the Beta bag. Now this Beta bag will change out as the seasons go. And finally you got Charlie. Charlie is those would-be nice amenities. You know, a bag of snacks or whatever. These are the luxuries. Based upon the time that X happens that I have to resort to this. And I'm standing in the back of my vehicle. I have in my Alpha all my 10 C's, food, water, nav, everything in the Alpha bag. I can augment that from the Beta bag, my clothing needs for the season. Notice it's got my sleeping bag, not in my Alpha bag. There is a sleeping system there, but it's not like, it's probably a blanket. This sleeping system will be a heavy bag in the winter and a lighter patrol bag in the summer. My Charlie bag is, I'm going to need sugar because I'm going to have to do stuff. I need sweets. Do I need Gatorade? Which would be powdered sets I can add to my water. These are the other things that would be nice that go into the Charlie bag. And from the Charlie bag, when I'm standing in the moment, in the situation, these 3 will become the bug out bag. Now, in the next video, we will go further into some of these bags and our other kits and talk about what the contents should be. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. Please leave any questions or comments below. Until next time, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.